Whoops. God, that's a great way to start off a video, huh? Hello, 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 and welcome to Something Actually Happened. That's like PVE worthy of making a video about. Um, we have the God, what are these called? Advent calendars. They're back. It's the fire one. Um, so the main caveat that I will express through this is I'm not doing hell, ultra hell, extra hell, omega hell because I'm not a sadist. And I don't want to auto through something when I could just get as many good rewards in hell. So that's why I'm not doing epic hell, because I'm not, as much as I hate myself by playing RTA a lot, I don't hate myself that much as to actually play this like a game. Who are you fooling? You're not a game, you're just an RTA simulator. Anyway, these are the teams that I use, and I would like to preface that you can use, within reason, you can, try things out. Here comes my cat, Evie. And she jumped up. You can try things, see what works for you. You may have to build some units. You may have to, do some stuff like that. Like I built Momo. We get to see Momo reprising her role of taking wyvern shots to the face for several years. I just gave mine, I have not changed anything except for a Momo in regards of the PvP gear that I just have on them. Yeah, I can't really show them either. But for the first team, I went with LCB, ML Ken, and Hand Guy. Hand Guy is an attack buffer. ML Ken counters, LCB counters. Just doing as much damage as I can there. Biblis trivializes the second phase. So if you have Biblis, use Biblis. I went with Shu, Biblis, and Arya. Oh, come on, kitty. Shu, Biblis, and Arya. I don't have to do anything. And I will also, note that this is auto, so I don't have to do anything manual. And then the last team, I know a lot of people have been doing like Amelia, Flan, Sigrid. But I don't want to manual things, so I'd rather take things slow and consistent. Because more often than not, when I, will be doing these, I will just set it to auto, and then I will leave my phone. So we're going to go ahead and show this off. So the first team, they're going to start with that. He's always going to crit, which is great. ML Ken doesn't like that. They get a skill null, but that really doesn't matter. ML Ken just likes countering, so that's why I put him at the front. Hand Guy, attack buff on everybody. LCB is going to break the skill null, get Vigor off. It doesn't matter that it doesn't do any damage. That's not what I'm looking for. S2, fine, he's going to counter. ML Ken now has attack buff and Vigor buff. LCB is going to counter, and this is pretty much what you need to do. ML Ken is probably not going to defense break. He has immunity, so he can't be defense broken. So, yeah, and then we just sit and watch as they slowly explode to themselves, because LCB and ML Ken trivialize this part. And I know it's 2 ML 5 stars, but technically it's 3, but Hand Guy you can replace with pretty much anyone that attack buffs, and if you have ML Ken and LCB, it's just trivial. Biblis gonna go ahead, debuff everybody. They're gonna do some stuff. Arya is gonna put up her stuff. Shu is gonna put up her stuff. It's all very exciting. This is content, I'm sure. And they are going to counter every now and then, which, will trigger Biblis, which is wonderful. Everyone's gonna go into Arya, which is to be expected. We're gonna get a counter, another Gardener's Secret, and she'll keep us topped off. And anybody will just, go into Arya pretty much. At least until their stealth goes away. But you don't really have to do too much. You'll just kind of knock people out without even really trying. Like one of the lanterns is already stunned, and I didn't even do anything. Um, just gonna keep, blind. The blind from Arya is nice. Um, if you can get them to counter more, that's more healing, but they're probably not gonna hit all that much anyway. But yeah, it's pretty much just a waiting game. The main part that I wanted to show was my final team because it is out of the ordinary for what people are doing. Because everyone's going hyper aggro and I'm lazy. So I'll do things slower and at my own pace. Biblis counter, great, everybody's healing up. Arya's gonna S3 and then S2, and that's gonna break us out of stage 2. And then in regard, oh wow, it didn't. But this will. There we go. Phone. So we have Brieg, LCB, and Amomo. Amomo is going to keep us topped off. Brieg is going to be a source of defense break and some damage. I forget her name. Sharky. Sharky is just going to be doing what she does, which is, hitting. Getting some extra attacks with the S1s, which is great. Brieg's going to keep defense breaking, doing that damage over time. There's no attack buff here, but there doesn't really need to be an attack buff if you're going slow. Momo will just keep everybody topped off, and I've essentially taken no damage whatsoever. And, every now and then Momo will get rid of a debuff by not critting, but that's fine. Sharky, I almost said Sululu. Sharky and Brieg will take care of this pretty much on their own. Momo's just there to make sure that they survive. And that's it. That's the team. As long as you have a good amount of water team, you should be good. You can go hyper aggro for the last team, but you don't have to, as I'm demonstrating. Epic Hell is for crazy people, and I will not be doing that. So if you want to go ahead and try that, I would first try calling the self-help hotline, because you might need it.